it's you. Come on in and join us.
Hey, y'all, we have a nutty soap today from Ariana and Evans.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of our live premieres on YouTube, join the live chat. We're waiting to meet you, and we'd love for you to meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world, and none of them wear pants.
It's true. And for our mention today, we wanted to show you some of our EDPs we've added to our den here from Ariana and Evan.
Y'all, these are little masterpieces of both intensity and balance. We love our Lavender Noir EDP. It's a giant thing at bedtime, but this, y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. If you are members of the back rooms at shavingshopclub.com, and if you're not, you should be, you can grab the big top in the soap, the splash, and this, the EDP. Marcus, is that a perfume that smells like the circus? Well, yes, it is. But when we had her sister smell it last night, she went, "That's way too beautiful to be the circus." No, it's not, because the circus is that beautiful, and Peter Chikalis knows it. And briefly, y'all, I had a thought.
It's true.
We are not layerers in this house. We are purists. We like to experience things just as the artisan intended.
True.
However, once in a blue moon, I have a curiosity if something like the big top and clown fruit might go well together. And on days like Halloween, I might actually reach for both and try something crazy. Now, I'm not going to say that it was an awesome and an amazing balance. But y'all, it was an awesome and amazing balance. If you have clown fruit, put them in the big top and see what happens. Put us a note in the comments.
The clown likes to hang out at the circus. Who knew?
And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is long awaited. I have looked at this a few times, and I finally decided that our noses were ready to see what Pistachio is all about.
Ooh, I am so excited. We even talked to Talia about this on our live. Y'all, let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at aegrooming.com.
I never met a person who didn't love pistachios. Pistachios are culinary nuts that are actually part of the cashew family. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Native to Central Asia, the pistachio as we know it dates back all the way to cultivation from the Asian Bronze Age. Interestingly enough, it is actually the seed of a red, pointed, desert drupe fruit. Its tree is very strong and hardy, sometimes being able to survive up to 300 years. Enough about the history of pistachios. Let's talk about the taste and smell.
Pistachio nuts are one thing, but what's better than pistachio gelato? Pistachio macones, pistachio cupcakes, pistachio cookies. I could go on and on. Our soap is between the nut and the cookies. There's a joke in there somewhere. There is. It smells friggin' amazing. What have we done to make this a banger? Well, I added a hint of almond oil. It smells just like almond extract, and Sambac jasmine from my trip to the Philippines. What can make it even better? It's Ariana and Evan's K2E base. It simply does not get any better.
Wow, I'm sold. There we go.
And you have a knack for picking out bangers, and you have had this on your radar since your very first trip into the back room.
It's
so
very
I
true.
am excited to experience this one along with you. Let's take it out of the box. All right, y'all, this was a gift from Peter and Talia at Ariana and Evans, and we are so grateful. Thanks, you guys, for sending this out for review.
I'm excited to get our noses on it
Look how
finally.
beautiful that label is.
Oh.
It's the, I thought that was kind of like a butterfly or something. It's the pistachios
They're cracked open.
Y'all,
Aren't those
look at
fun to
this.
sit there and crack them open and eat them?
How
Okay,
cool
hold
is
on.
that?
I'm coming.
Oh, we're perfect friends. You're late to the party.
I'm ready. Yay!
All right, y'all. Ooh, I'm excited for you to have this first impression. It's the best part of Spumoni, and everybody knows
That's
it. All right,
true.
here we go. Take it in.
I think what intrigued me so much about this was it was actually just called pistachio.
Right.
Like, that seems brave to me because I've eaten nut mixes my whole life and there's been pistachios in there or I've had my own, but I never really noticed that it could have that much of a scent that was worthy of a shave soap.
Well, in the world of Lavender Noir and the Big Top, it is cool to just see pistachio and realize it doesn't need a splashy name. Wait till you smell it. All right, here we go. Take it in.
This could be a new friend here, Lainey. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, it's a darker pour, y'all.
Beautiful. I wonder if there's
That
some
means
vanilla in there.
I think so.
I also wonder, after talking with Talia about this, if
Right.
it might have a little feminine edge, because I know her
wonder.
hand is in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
It's a long whiff, y'all.
Oh, it was. What are you getting?
It's much more deep and spicy. There's things in here that I don't know. I just picture the green of the pistachio,
Right.
And I would think lighter and creamier for some reason. But here, there are some other spices and things that are in this tango going on.
Might they have given the pistachio a bit of the Asian plum treatment?
Oh, with the depth and spices here, I wouldn't say you're completely wrong.
Okay.
At least off the puck.
I am now excited. All right. What else you
Hold
got?
on, we're going back in.
Yeah, come on, take it in.
Yeah, it's definitely got the nutty, creamy side happening still.
Right.
But then there's something beyond that. That's the spicier little parts of it. I know you're going to ask if it's more feminine or masculine.
Right.
And I think it's actually more just a vibe, like a fun twist on a gourmand so far.
Like you're at a pistachio store?
I don't know. Like, it's just a vibe around you. Like, it's kind of chill and creamy and fun and sweet. Gourmandy enough you want to take a bite, but also cologne enough that you're like, wow, I don't know if I want to eat this. I might just want to wear it.
Now let's have a conversation about the protagonist. How do you sense the pistachio?
It's funny because I know it's not a hazelnut. I know it's not a cashew. I know it's not the almond kind of cherry vibe that we get a lot. I do know that it is somehow in that pistachio lane, but if you hadn't told me what it was, if I didn't see a label and I just took a whiff of this, I think I would think of like a sweet kind of macaroon kind of thing or something.
Right.
Like, I don't think my brain would have immediately been like, that's pistachio.
Right.
Does
Now,
that make sense?
Asian plum is not a gourmand for me. Where do you put this one?
I think that's why I'm stuck in the tango of the two.
Ah.
I can't decide if it's gourmandy and I can't decide if it's more cologne perfumey. Like, it's literally bouncing back and forth.
This is why I'm excited. How would you make a pistachio non-gourmand? Like, ooh, I want to sense
Right, and
this.
I think there's the sweeter sides
Right.
that keep it gourmand for some reason,
Right.
like a dessert kind of side. It's
Right,
got more
sure.
of that creamier side, but those also delve well into the kind of spicy, cologne woodsy, maybe floral, but not kind of side.
Nice.
There's a lot happening.
All right, I feel like I want to help you out here a little bit. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm very curious to get your nose on this. I'm not gonna
Here we
lie.
go. Wow. Now, would you know it was pistachio? Is it pistachio forward?
I can't tell if it's pistachio forward or if all the other friends in the background are such good friends that they just kind of are all one somehow.
Right.
But,
All right, there we go. All right, here we go.
So think of all the questions you just asked me and now try to answer them yourself because I was stumped.
Oh, y'all, I love that Peter started listing off the desserts on the sales page because that is where my nose took me. And there is something about an Italian
Yep.
dessert.
Light and fluffy
It
somehow.
comes with a side of hospitality and probably an offer to spend the night, if you know what I mean. Y'all, my nose goes to Spumoni. And it's cool for me because when I was in college, the only place I could afford to eat was called the Old Spaghetti Factory because they would bring you a 3-course spaghetti marinara dinner for $4.25. My cousin Melinda from the NYC Odyssey
Yes.
episode, weekly, yo. And at the end of that, you always felt like a king because they brought you a little cup of Boyd's coffee and a little dish of Spumoni ice cream.
You knew you made it.
Y'all, there was just something about it because that was pistachio forward. This has taken me back to those days where you would just sit at the table for an extra 45 minutes or an hour enjoying your coffee and the conversation of all those awesome people around you. And at the Old Spaghetti Factory, you used to eat inside train cars that were inside the restaurant kind
They
of thing.
did.
Here's a picture. So y'all, Peter, Talia, I think in seeing all of the pictures of your adventures in very similar but very more real and ancient places in Europe, I am sure that that is sort of the vibe you were going for too. Because this is just that feeling of being full of spaghetti and ready to enjoy your evening with some of your best friends. That's the vibe I'm getting from this.
And there's some kind of a creamy side to it that is
Yes.
different. That I think, just for me, it took it a little bit more away from the Spumoni side and took me directly more to that creamier kind of side.
And I think it took me back to the Old Spaghetti Factory because they are always put in old buildings. They
Yes.
are always moved into vintage places. So you do have that sense of like 150-year-old oak wood that is holding up the walls. That is the spices for me that are hiding under the surface of this.
I'm with you. Because it does have a little bit of that woodsy kind of thing coming through.
And let's build a lather with this K2E base, y'all. There's a bite back to my stick, which tells me that some business is being done in that base. And we're just going to gently set it onto the honeycomb ridges in our Vanillé bowl made by Monica deep in the heart of Texas. And then we're going to do our patented Barbershop Duet vertical bloom here, folks. You just spray the water on the soap to get it a little wet, and then you let the water chill at the bottom of the bowl. This is our vintage homage shade brush from Ariana and Evans. I love this thing, and it's got a badger knot. This makes me feel like I'm shaving like my grandfather because it's exactly the same shape, and I think there's wisdom to that. So what we do here at the Barbershop Duet, we're just going to slowly introduce the soap onto the bristles of this slightly soaked badger brush, and then we're going to go the other way. But here's the secret. Now we're going to turn the brush because it's going to present the soap to the bristles in a totally different orientation, and then go the other way. So now, once you give that brush its third turn, you're going to start to see a little spirograph pattern at the bottom of the bowl, and then you're going to dive down and start to pull the water into things so that you don't really bring the water into play until most of the soap is already loaded onto your brush, and we find that makes a much better lather. Y'all, the best joke in the Naked Gun movies was when they're on that stakeout and they're watching the apartment and they're eating pistachios and they're putting the shells out the car window, and when the bad guy finally comes out after like 8 hours, they go to open the car doors and they can't get out because all the shells of the pistachios are all piled up outside the car.
Perfect. But that's how good they are. Once you start cracking those pistachios, you can't stop.
And I think the red ones that my dad used to get were like imported, and the non-red ones were domestic. There was some weird thing where they had to color the shells of the pistachios. Maybe they still do.
Interesting. It does have that little hue of that darker color.
It does.
Like that creamier kind of side of the lather.
I love that. Y'all, look at the lather this builds. Y'all, makes you feel like you're in a barbershop in 1925. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, I am smelling. It's a little bit more of that creamy, woodsy side coming through.
Oh, y'all, are you kidding me with this? All right, y'all, this is something you will only find in the Barbershop Duet. This is Who Needs Chocolate and Cherry Whip. This is Pistachio. On 3, 1, 2. Woo! Oh, you don't need spumoni. Not when you got this. You got it all here, y'all. This is beautiful. I love how it's sweet without going too sweet. I feel like that could have been super easy to do, but it stops just at the right place, right where a pistachio really would even out, you know?
Yeah, I think in the lather, it's just a little less sweet. It's more the creamy side, maybe into the woodsy side. And here, it's definitely more, you know, you can even tell. There's definitely vanillas or something happening with the darker part.
The job of lather is to hold water. Look at this.
Look at that slickness. I can see it from here.
I didn't even wet the face, y'all. Look at this.
All right, y'all. I think we should look at these lovely scent notes to see what's really in this pistachio.
All right, back to the sales page at aegrooming.com.
Wow, I did not expect that first one.
I didn't either. I'm kind of blown away. Hold on. We have to have a brief meeting.
Okay.
I do. I get it.
Oh,
I get what it's doing.
Sneaky.
Y'all, sneaky indeed. Look at this. Okay, the first scent note in this is mandarin orange.
Yep.
You don't sense it. It's doing a different job in here. It is a rich little in here, y'all. It is being the sweet. It's being a little bit of the meatiness of the pistachio.
I think so, yeah.
It doesn't really have a citrus quality. It more has a candy quality.
But it just keeps it from getting dark. Like it just adds a little gentle citrus to kind of keep the bright side alive.
That's brilliant. And it's not real prominent. You have to have two hands and a flashlight to find it, but y'all, if it wasn't there, I don't think it would have that tang that it's got. Does that make sense?
Maybe we'll get it more when we open the splash, but at least off the soap, that is a sneaky one.
We do know that citrus does hold its form much better in splashes. There is something about soap and citrus that doesn't always get along. And then pistachio, of course, gorgeous. That's sambac from the Philippines.
Right,
that jasmine sense. Do you get the floral? How do you sense it in this?
You know, I'm stuck between the creamy side. Like, it sneaks it in there. But I think it's the jumping board from the creamy to the woodsy.
You know, and for me, it almost lends a sense of a powdered sugar. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like a natural sense of powdered sugar in just how it's being used.
Yeah,
And
it works.
Here's what I love. a hint of almond, which can also masquerade as cherry, which is, I think, why I'm getting such a gorgeous spumoni.
Yeah, that's where your nose is.
And creamy sandalwood.
I'm getting the creamy vibes. It's happening for sure.
That's why this isn't just an extract. I remember when we shot iced pineapple, and I called Melody at Moon Soaps, and I was like, hey, I just did this fabulous soap, and I don't think it was just pineapple. And she's like, of course it's not. What do you think? They just put straight up extract on your face? There's going to be a floral. There's going to be a little something, and there's going to be a wood in there to help balance it out, make it wearable. Y'all, your sandalwood in this, the almond in this, the mandarin orange in this are what are doing that. It's giving it just this slightly whimsical and yet at the same time a slightly grown-up sense of it wanting to be a best friend on your shoulder. This is absolutely wearable.
Okay, I think it's time for us to dive into the splash here because I think this combo of whatever's on this menu is going to be even more
You're not
fun.
going to have to twist my arm. You go first. All right, let's just see what your face does when you smell this.
Oh, I have to get the little sticky off.
Oh, right, please hold. Here we go.
Oh, there are different sides here.
Yeah, what do you get?
Okay, hold on. But there's something a little different than just off the puck here.
I am told it is possible that Peter rebalances things from the soap to the splash. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, this is a thing. It's changing.
Hello, my baby. A little smokiness in this? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I'm not getting any ounce of the spumoni side anymore.
Nope,
gone.
No.
So I think
the
there's
sandalwood is coming through.
Right? That changed.
Wait a minute.
That sambac and the mandarin orange, it's almost like a cooked mandarin orange
This thing grew the hell up.
It did. It matured a little bit.
What just happened?
Okay, so when you asked earlier if you could smell the pistachio, do you know that this is a pistachio?
No.
It's magic.
No, this is European. This is slightly gourmand. This is a fun morning scent. This is not something fruity. Wait, whoa!
We are having whiplash. What happened?
This is amazing. This is like a cologne.
It is. The creamy sandalwood is a sneaky little friend in here too.
Hold on.
Like that creamy, it's there.
Well, I think it's like upside down.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. So they took the sandalwood and they put it on top. They brought it out as the opening act. That's what opens the door for you. So your nose is already expecting something spicy or something woody or something deeper. So the pistachio becomes the sweet. It becomes the fresh air sense so that the almond and the sandalwood can kind of be the stars in the splash.
Okay, smell for the jasmine on me. Are you getting the sambac? Because I get it a little bit more here. Like, I get creamy, and then it goes bright and cleaner.
I am told she is a female type. For some reason, the more feminine scents on her are brought out by her natural body chemistry.
And I'm trying, I'm getting like a wonderful springtime day.
Right.
Like, this is quite a thing. If I didn't read pistachio, it has such a wonderful, adventurous scent to it.
I know, it does. And if we ever go to a meetup, you guys are going to have to line up and smell her.
There you go. I'll pass an arm.
I am a sucker for soaps. I rarely give preference to a splash over a soap. I'm a soap guy.
Well, what just happened?
But I think this might be my favorite over the soap. I love the soap, but I love how this grew up. It's like the kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that started out as a child actor, but now he's a veterinarian for horses. This thing grew up.
I think Marcus liked it so much he had to do the second passing of the aftershave. Because, my goodness.
I get the mandarin orange even more than the pistachio now. Peter, this is a whirlwind. This is amazing.
Whoa. So we have a little secret, and we are very excited to announce that Douglas Lane sent us the EDP for pistachio because he just had to share it.
He loved it. He knew we were doing this episode. He's like, guys, you've got to experience all three forms of this on the show. So he sent us the EDP. Oh, thank you, buddy. That was so kind of you. And to experience this, we might just have to go down a floor or two. All right, I want you to experience this first.
We were showing the audience our lovely EDPs that we had earlier, and now we get to add a whole new
third amigo to this little trifecta. All right, here we go.
These are good atomizers, by the way.
Right. Hold them back here, and you're going to get a good amount.
I might get the dog. Maybe that's a good thing if I get the dog. It's fine. Okay, share the love here. Oh, I get a little more pistachio forward, actually.
Right, a little creaminess. Y'all, how did you do that? It's almost lactonic.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for the dry down to kind of hit a little bit more.
Oh, talk about a comforting scent,
right?
Gourmand or not. What a beautiful way this is.
I'm actually really excited we have our walk after filming today because we're going to have this walking along with us.
That's all I was thinking about when it was first hitting me. Oh.
Wow. Okay, now I really get the pistachio.
Right.
But everything around it makes it so much better than you ever thought a pistachio could smell.
It's almost like that's the chocolate in the spumoni is what's happening to the pistachio as it goes through these beautiful spices and florals.
Yeah.
Wow, what a masterpiece this is.
Now in the EDP, it's not as gourmandy forward to me.
You're right.
Like
it's
the
not.
soap it was for
Splash
sure.
either.
So, yeah.
I mean, with the soap, I'm ready to get a spoon and some hot fudge. But with the splash and the EDP, totally
took an upgrade.
different.
Each tier. We are
I think
now
you could be in
there.
a business meeting, and I don't think anybody would even say the
Nope.
word pistachio. I think you're getting other things in this. Yeah. And it's not too sweet. It stays in that beautiful sort of green Irish tweed layer of how sweet this is. And I love this.
Yeah, now smelling the EDP, I don't think there's a day of the year you couldn't wear this. There's good sweet sides to
I
it.
would wear this to Christmas morning.
Right, I'm with you. Like like that creamy sandalwood meets the pistachio. There are some tears, and I think on me and on you, cool things are gonna pop out. We noticed that with the Lavender Noir too. Like, oh wait, hold on, the dry down's a thing.
And what I love is, y'all, the best advice any artist or artisan can get is be yourselves. And we know how connected Peter and his family are to Italy and to Europe. And I love that all of those things that the Europeans have always done with pistachio and bringing out everything it can be in all of their cooking and all of their desserts is present in this. It's just indicative of who Peter and Talia are, and it's somehow encapsulated in this.
And I love that everything that you read on that list, we know. It's not like there's anything sneaky happening.
No.
It's just the magic of what they're doing to help the pistachio be that prominent forward note, at least the EDP version for sure.
Just a friend. It's a
is.
friend on your shoulder who's familiar but who always has new things to say. That's this.
I don't know how, but it's like you use the word charming a lot, but it's charming and dapper somehow. Like they could be intertwined.
And y'all, there is nothing more nostalgic than gourmands. I have an EDP of Fruit Loops that I am embarrassed to say I use way more than I should. There is something about the sense of pistachio taking you back to your childhood. Not even sure why, but I'm just getting the very faintest wisp of something soapy, something slightly bubble bathy being made from all of these scents. And I think that's my brain trying to convey that these are the lighter sides of things. Nothing in this gets too dark. Nothing goes anywhere near the idea of like a tobacco or anything. It's just all in the beautiful lighter sides and yet so intriguing. You just can't turn away.
It almost reminds me of if you were to make, on a fall day, you have your oatmeal, you put brown sugars, you put all the yummy things in it. Like that cozy feeling. I don't know, but there's something in the pistachio that is kind of jumping through that lane. I know it's a cashew family and everything, but that creamy, oatmeal-y, cozy.
And you know where my brain just said, you know why this isn't spumoni? This is warm pistachio.
Yes.
I think he's right about cookies and those kind of things. Right? That's this. There's a humidity to this somehow.
And it is right between a macaroon, a cookie, and a cupcake. I am not sure how, but that is completely accurate.
Here's the thing. I want to put more of this on.
Yeah, do all the triple hit here. This is not a trill.
Oh.
Thank you, Douglas, for adding this in. Clearly, we are going to enjoy this.
Y'all, the reaction I have when I smell my favorites is just to smile and laugh and occasionally swear, and this is making me want to do
all of them. Like, this would be a great way, if I just needed a smile on my face, like a little secret for me to have, I'll throw this on. If I wanted to spray it on before I hop in bed, I think I would too. It just has that wonderful vibe to it.
And I think next time I go to church and sit in the middle of like 900 Italian people, I'm going to wear this and see how many side eyes I get, because I bet they sit a lot closer to me.
I do feel like pistachio is one of those ones that probably doesn't get as much love as it should. Like, it really, I almost bought it a few times, but I hadn't seen as many Shade of the Days go by. And I gotta say, with peer pressure, I'm like, I should go with the ones that I always keep seeing. And I'm glad we went to it.
That's why I love the wet shaving world. Because when I hear pistachio, my brain does this little game. And it goes, how good could that possibly be? And I come up with an expectation. I have never not had that blown absolutely away in this wet shaving world, especially from Peter Chikalis when I smell the soaps. And this is not only doing that, it's burying the needle, you guys. Imagine how good you think a pistachio soap could possibly be, and then double and triple it, and then you're on the right path.
But I think how your brain exploded when you smelled Big Top, like what they did to Praline, that's why I was like, no, I think there's going to be some to this one. Let me just say.
I asked Peter about Big Top, and he said, well, actually, first, I found this really beguiling popcorn note, which is just so very much buried in the center of this. It tells me that Peter's the kind of artist that starts with the core of something magical and then builds out.
Just
and builds
lets
out
it
and
find
builds
its
out
magic.
and builds out until it's like a jawbreaker. You never know what color you're going to discover.
And I feel like that's still happening because our journey from the soap to the splash and now to the EDP has been a journey of all the layers that are in this scent.
And y'all, join the fan page on Facebook because he is starting to announce the next few rounds of new products and new bases for scents that you already love. Y'all, there are mysteries and wonders ahead. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Leslie Nielsen on a stakeout eating your pistachios, and you're going to be getting red dye all over everything. Well, just about the time the bad guy jumps out and your partner can't even leave the car because of all the pistachio smells, you're going to get your fart machine and you're going to get your own. So head over to aegrooming.com or shavingshopclub.com to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want. Y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. In the weeks since we shot this episode, Sarah and I have probably put on that EDP more than any other. And here's the awesome thing. Every time she puts it on, she goes, "What am I wearing?" And every time I get something different. This is a glorious mood ring of a scent that is swirling around the center of a gourmand, but y'all goes off into such beautiful directions. It is whatever you want it to be. Thank you, Peter and Talia, for this.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So for our November giveaway, we are offering a $20 e-gift card to Murphy and McNeil. Yay! And for a chance to win, all you have to do is send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com. It's so we can get back to you, and it's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then come back for our very first Christmas episode, which is just around the corner and probably an A&E one as well, to see if you are a lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Yep, one of my favorites from A&E. You never know where you're going to find them.
Totally worth the wait. I am glad we really listened to them and went back and got this because it really has the perfect all year round side to it.
Woody, that's
yeah. I really thought it was just going to be a little more fall or summer, but no. There are fun. This could be an everyday scent, at least EDP-wise.
This is everything that can be done with a pistachio, and I love this.
I can see why this is one of Talia's favorite too, because she was talking about doing some new morphings things to it. Like, I can't wait to see where she takes this
And you know what I love about this? You would think you're running up against a rather simple scent, pistachio, but y'all, it is this world that knows how to break those open and show you what's really going on. Y'all, every day we go on our walk and we see the most magnificent sunset over the Golden Gate Bridge, and we wonder why they even bother shooting off fireworks on the 4th of July, because what we are seeing is just so much more magnificent, and yet we are also looking at a city completely ignoring it. Sometimes even things as simple as pistachio can hold a world of mystery and wonder for your nose and everything that can be done with it. And this is one of the best examples I have ever come across of finding a glorious sunset in the most unlikely of places.
True. If there's any other ones hiding on the A&E page that we should do, put it in the comments, because clearly this one almost snuck by. And we want to know those ones too.
We have seen Brooklyn and Hipster been requested very heavily, so keep your eyes here, folks. They are coming.
Thank you again, Douglas Lane, for sending out our EDP. It will be cherished in our den.
And thank you, Peter and Talia, for sending these out for review. They are so appreciated and will be a cherished part of our den.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell nuttier just watching this.